Childcare is so expensive. This is part 4 of baby-proofing your finances, and we're talking about childcare today. I'm gonna be hitting the streets to find out what people think childcare costs, and then I'm gonna blow your mind with how much childcare actually costs. What do you think the average cost of childcare is per month for one child?
$1,100 to plus.
Well, I'm kind of biased because I talked to my neighbors and they told me it was like $1,500 a month for them.
Monthly.
I would say about $1,900.
I would have guessed less.
What would you have guessed?
Don't know. Like a grand?
$300, $400 a month.
I think it's about $80 a day. $500?
$500? And how do you feel about that?
I think it's exorbitant.
I think it's absurd, actually. Like, it's crazy. I think that's out of control. Like, I don't even make that much money myself.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. Yeah, it's a little outrageous. It's expensive.
So as you can see, there's a large range of what people think that childcare costs every month, but I think that everyone can agree it is really, really expensive. So if you know anybody who's planning to have a family, or if you're planning to have a family, share this to everyone. They have to know how much childcare costs. So how much does childcare actually cost? Get ready. The average cost of childcare is $966 a month. That's right. You're looking at about $1,000 a month per child. So if you have 2 kids, that's $2,000 a month of after-tax income that you're spending on childcare alone. This is why sometimes it actually makes sense not to go back to work and could be a better financial decision depending on what your income is. With those kinds of astronomical costs, if you have 1 child and 1 partner who makes $25,000 or less, or if you have 2 children and you have 1 partner who makes $40,000 or less, you should definitely sit down with a financial advisor and see if it's not more financially sustainable for one of you to stay home with the children and forego those expenses every month. So if you can't do that, or if it doesn't financially make sense for one partner to stay at home, then you need to look into childcare. The most affordable is a daycare center, but like I said in episode 1, these can have 2 to 3 year waiting lists sometimes in major urban centers. So if that's not an option, then you're going to be having to look into private care. And here are 3 tips that can help you lower your costs a bit when it comes to private childcare. Tip number 1, share a nanny. So a nanny could cost around $1,200 a month per child, but if you actually share it with another friend or somebody in your community, then each parent's only paying $600 per child at that point. Tip number 2, get a good accountant. There are tons of tax credits and deductions and childcare benefits that you can qualify for, but you need to make sure that you're applying for them every tax season. Get a good accountant and make sure that you're getting everything that you can. And my 3rd tip doesn't really help with daily childcare costs, but can definitely help with babysitting on the weekend. It's to join a barter cooperative for children, like sitswap.ca. People in your local community will swap babysitting nights. So you'll take somebody's kids on one Friday night, and then the next weekend they'll take yours. And this allows everybody in the community to have a night off, but you don't actually have to pay any cash. So everybody gets to save money. So these are just some of the things that you can do to kind of offset the cost of really expensive childcare. So parents out there, please let me know, what are some of your tips and tricks that you can do to actually decrease your childcare costs every single month? Share them with the community. I'm Shannon Simmons, and you're watching Money Awesomeness on Coral. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and tune in next week for my next series called So You Want to Start a Business?